What's up, guys? This is Dicer with Buttonman Gaming, back again for episode 2 of Rewind Wild Arms 3. And we're going to kick this off the same way I kick off every single playthrough of this game. The prologue for Virginia Maxwell. Normally I change their names, just because I can, but I'm going to be a rebel. I'm not going to do it this time. I'll probably regret that. I fear change. What can I say? When I first bought my PS2, it came with a demo disc, and one of the demos on the disc was Wild Arms 3, and that's kind of how I found out about the game. That's how I fell in love with it. The demo had 2 of the 4 prologues, Virginia and Gallows, who we'll get to eventually. I think we'll probably end up doing Jet's prologue next. But I played Virginia's prologue to death. My brother thought I was insane. But yeah, I played the heck out of it, and it just really caught my attention. I fell in love with this game almost immediately, simply from this one particular segment from the game, and this was the reason that I bought the game when it was eventually released. So I'm hoping it stands the test of time, because like I said in the last episode, it's been a little while. To this day, I don't really understand why they call them gobs and not goblins. Maybe they're just trying to be different. I don't know. And we are officially in control. This is a good point to mention that Wild Arms 3 is notorious for forcing you to do certain things in a certain order. Some dungeons you can only find if you've talked to the right person, and some doors you can only progress past if you are told how to progress past them. Like this one. Here's the lever. If I flip this, the door opens. Only problem is, if I do that now, and then go through the door, the game's going to crash, because the game is expecting to give me this. And there it is. Now that I know how to use levers, I can actually use levers. And if you're wondering how I figured that out, yeah, found out the hard way. The second and third and fourth time through the game, I fell victim to that fail. Now, it won't be immediately apparent yet, simply because it's fairly early in the game, but one of the things that I like about Virginia as a party member is that she is wicked fast. Easily the fastest character in the party, one of the fastest characters in the game. If you're diligent about keeping her level up, you can count on Virginia acting first in 90% of the battles that you go into, and that's huge, especially if you need emergency healing. You might see some debate out there a little bit from people who are fans of this series as far as who the strongest character in the party is. Honestly, it's Virginia. Between her speed and her mystic ability, she is easily the most significant member of the party, and that not just because she's the main character. I mean, her skills are perfectly tuned to really carry you through a lot of battles that would otherwise be very difficult, but it's only if you're using her correctly. Yay, revive fruit. It's a tomato, I think. Here, ooh, random encounter. Oh, tried to skip it for free. You can actually, the tooltip doesn't tell you this, but you can skip random encounters for free by walking through doors, interacting with bookshelves, opening treasure chests, things like that. It's handy once in a while. So if you ever see me running through a hallway, that's what I'm doing. Trying to make it to the door before the next random encounter comes in. This is a good point, actually, to say, read everything. I know it sounds crazy, but these books often contain a lot of backstory, a little foreshadowing, like I said in the previous episode, and sometimes hints or secrets that are going to make your life a lot easier if you're paying attention to them. This book, actually, right here, this one, I believe, is a pretty specific, oh, there we go, skip the battle, very specific reference to the plot of the first game in the Wild Arms series. And that one is a little foreshadowing of what to expect in chapter 3 of this game, I think. I think that's right. Alright. Yeah, I don't think the games in this series are all connected. I think they sort of, it's more Final Fantasy-ish. They have common lore elements, but for the most part, I think they're all disconnected, alternate versions of the world. Although I say that, but there are some pretty specific links between Wild Arms and Wild Arms 3, which kind of make me wonder if sort of 1 and 3 are same world, and 2 and 4 maybe, or not, I don't know. There's nothing definitive there, but I think you could probably make a case for it if you really wanted to. Alright, so now we have our Tinder Crest. We can set things on fire, like this torch. Ooh, fancy treasure chest. Blocked by a collapsed pillar. I wonder how we'll get there. Don't worry, I actually know. Alright, nothing important in here, so let's go. Oh, here we go. Here's another important room that I have to fail in first in order to finish. Kind of forgot about this one. I know from past experience that you have to tiptoe across the floor. Can't see it from this angle, but watch this floorboard here. It sinks a little bit. If I don't tiptoe, I fall presumably to my death. I don't really know. Actually, I kind of wonder. I've never really paid attention to this before, but oh no. Okay, I thought maybe I would lose a small chunk of HP for falling through a trap that I was supposed to be able to avoid. Alright. We are on our way. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I remember what that door is. Okay, never mind. Spoilers. Alright, here we go. Let's start with you. You. There we go. Oh, another book. Auto battle. Never really actually used auto battle. Never really got to a point where I was disinterested in the random encounters enough to just breeze through all of them. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Oh look, a crystal tutorial. The vitality gauge, this orange bar on the screen there, mine being really low right now. Vitality gauge is used to refill your health after battle, as you've probably noticed in the few battles that I've been in. It's pretty handy. You can refill it like that tooltip just said, either by collecting orange gems or by resting at an inn. Oh, look at that. Stone Wolf. That's more foreshadowing. Alright. That is all the treasures up in this place. And in the interest of my prolonged survivability, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here and grind out some levels. I like to have every character be somewhere between level 5 and 6 by the time they finish the prologue. Otherwise, early battles are a lot harder than they should be. My first time through the game, Virginia left this prologue severely underleveled and spent a lot of time dead, which made it very difficult to bring her up to speed, and like I said at the beginning of this episode, if you're diligent about leveling her up, she is a powerhouse. So I'm going to take some time to do that now and spare you guys the grind. If you see that clock down in the corner there, you'll have a pretty good indication of how long it takes to do this, since the enemies in this prologue only give you 1 XP per kill. So, see you guys in a bit. Alright, we are now level 5, after about 30 minutes of grinding low-level enemies. And as you can see, I took a pretty sizable amount of damage across all those fights. My vitality gauge is empty, my HP is high, but not full. Sad face. Let's continue our journey. Thankfully, this room right here has 6 orange crystals, each one worth, as you can see here, if you do the math, 5 vitality points. I'm not sure how exactly vitality translates to HP. I'm assuming it's a percentage, but I don't really know for sure. It's kind of an educated guess. So that okay, it must not be a percentage. Because if it was, I would have a little bit more left there, because I was... Well, actually, no. I went up to 30. Went down to 12. I was at 80. Yeah, probably. That probably is exactly what it is. Okay. Never really paid attention to that before. Just watched the bar drop and rise and fall, depending on what I was doing. Alright, here's that blocked off chest we found pretty early on in the dungeon. So that's cool. Got ourselves a mini carrot. Those are really useful, but I'm not going to waste any of them now. For reasons that will become apparent in later episodes, I promise. Alright. Ooh. I wonder what we need to do next. That tooltip shows you how to do the fancy dancing triangle. It would be really nice if this tutorial gave that to you right at the very beginning, so you didn't have to risk crashing the game for... missed the wheel. You didn't have to risk crashing the game for flipping the switch too early. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? The good news is we are getting close to the end of this dungeon, and thereby the end of Virginia's prologue. If at any point I skip past tooltips or dialogue too quickly, I apologize. I've played this game so many times, this prologue in particular, that I tend to sort of skip some things just on instinct. If I catch it, I'll make sure to put something in the description if you guys care. Otherwise, feel free to ask questions down in the comments. I'll do my best to respond. Yeah, I love talking about this game, so that it shouldn't be too hard to do. Here's the other thing. Break every crate. And although there's nothing in these barrels, check every barrel too, because you never know when barrels or crates or boxes or anything like that are going to have super secret special items. And sometimes they're really awesome. Ooh, a duplicator. I have a love-hate relationship with these things. The idea is cool. They are a pain to track down, and you need a very specific number of them to open all of the treasure chests in the game. And believe me, you want to open all of the treasure chests in the game. Like, that's actually a requirement for 100% completion. More on that later. Oh, I missed the sad face. Always kind of bugged me that she called her dad daddy. She's supposed to be like 17 or 18, but you know, whatever. To each their own, right? Alright. Now that we have everything we need, we found everybody's stuff. We have a picture of our dad. Yay. Let's open this conspicuous, magically sealed orange door. Oh. What a coincidence. We have one of those. Although, unfortunately, unlike treasure chests, to use it on a door, you have to go into the menu. Actually, you might have to do it on treasure chests, too. Maybe it's later games that you don't have to. Alright, and behind door number 1... we have a red gob. And because it's red and not green, you know this one's more powerful. You can tell that by the music, too. There's Virginia's speed and agility at play. Talked about her being the fastest character in the party, and arguably one of the fastest in the game. She's also got wicked high agility, which makes it super easy for her to avoid attacks. Ah, yes. Gatling. FP is really cool. FP is something that you get automatically by performing actions in battle, and you use FP to fuel your magic and your force abilities. Magic abilities use FP as kind of like a benchmark. It doesn't cost any FP to use these abilities, you just have to have a certain amount in stock. Force abilities, on the other hand, will physically spend your FP. We're going to defend here to reload, because I want to do a full attack Gatling on this guy. The other thing that's really nice about FP is you start each battle with FP based on your level. So if you get to level 100, you start the game with 100 FP. Having more FP at the beginning of a battle can be a real difference maker, especially against some of the hidden bosses and side content stuff. Well, that's good. That's real good. Oh, good. Back up. Yeah, no thank you for getting our stuff back. No, wow, I'm so impressed with you. No, I'm going to slap you. I'm not even going to make sure you're okay. I'm just going to hit you in the face. Thanks, Uncle Tesla. Class act right there. Look at that face. That's concern. That's somebody who cares. No. Here's the thing. Drifters, they're explorers, they're treasure hunters. So she's basically saying, I want to, go off on my own and see the world. And they're acting like that's the worst thing she could possibly do. Don't really understand the logic there. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Look at that. He looks like he's angry all the time. It's really weird to me that they're breathing in unison. Or maybe they're just flexing their muscles. I don't know. Never noticed that. It's really creepy. Not as weird as the shoulder jerk crying, though. That's... I don't know. That about does it. Virginia's prologue is in the books, as is this episode. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get all the updates regarding the future of this and all of our other series. And next time around, we'll hit up the prologue for Jet. That one's a little more fraught with danger than this one, I think. So, yeah. Until next time, play like a hero.